Hi, my name's Tucker, and I am by no means an accomplished artist, but I'm trying to be positive about that. I struggle with this same as you, but I've learned things in the past months that I think may help other creators, or some things I just need to remind myself every now and again. But if you've even been doing this for a little while, you probably already know all this, so here are some things that I wish I would have known when I started YouTube. First thing when you're starting out, watch a tutorial. It's not that hard. You obviously have a computer and a connection to the internet. They're right there. This is something I was stubborn and didn't do when I first started out for some reason. Why? I want to go back in time and shake my younger self until he gets some sense. He didn't look up anything. No help with video, audio, lighting, chroma key. Ghosts are weird. He was so gung-ho and stubborn and an idiot. But you know what? That should be admired because he did get this whole thing rolling. What I'm trying to say is, don't be too hard on yourself. You can learn from everything you've done in the past. All the mistakes, all those things that make you lose sleep in the middle of the night. I've learned it's best if you can find a constructive balance between self-criticism and self-praise so you can continue to improve your craft and stay motivated. Because the only way you're going to get better is if you keep with it. So when that motivation does come, you just need to use it. Momentum is the best way to create content. Like, I was gonna film this video last week, but I postponed it because I was getting a new microphone in the mail. I wanted to be patient for my new microphone, but I sacrificed a little bit of momentum I had last week. Sometimes you just need to film it and get it out there. If you don't have a complete thought, then it's probably best if you wait, but if you feel like you can create something, do it. When you're first starting out, it doesn't have to be ambitious. And my next thought could be a little bit of an optional opinion of mine. This is something that I want to do in the future, but I haven't been practicing a whole lot yet. I'd like to create my videos in a way that I can also be learning something else along with the video, like choosing a subject I'd like to learn about or trying to write a good script. Because in early videos I said that I was going to try to not script things because I thought that was easier, and it is sometimes. I should try to write something for every video, just so I can improve that skill because I'd love to be a better writer. And I let those skills go to pot after I got out of school. So for right now, my scripts are just an outline, but I hope eventually that I'll be able to write something better. There are a lot of skills that I wish I could be better at when I think about how old I am already, which honestly isn't that old. But if I would have started making consistent videos when I was a teenager, I would be a lot farther along now. And I try not to overthink these things because then it will discourage me in the present. And be careful about how devoted you are to creating content. This should not be everything to you because that is unhealthy and it will drive you crazy. But I struggle with this same as you. For example, I have faith in God, but I still get so caught up in this that I have to sit down and remind myself that making videos on YouTube does not even compute in comparison to eternity. I sound pathetic admitting that out loud, but if I overthink how pathetic I am, I'll be back in the vicious cycle of being too hard on myself. You cannot tell yourself you're pathetic, because those thoughts are not worth your time. I know it feels important right now to develop skills or become successful, but with time you'll get some perspective. There should always be a few things in your life you value over content creation. And if you don't hold tight to those things, this path will destroy you. And it nearly destroyed me. And that's why I took such a long break. I did get concerned about how pathetic I was. And it took me to a lot of unhealthy places. But I think I did need the break. It gave me a lot of time to think. So I guess here's my advice for when you need to take a break. Like most habits, once you're out of it, it may be difficult to return. Case in point, me. I was going to take like a 2-week break back in May, but when that self-imposed obligation was gone for just a couple weeks, I almost lost all motivation. But during that time, when I took a big break, I started overthinking things again. And my first thought was that I needed to stop making videos in order to hone my skills. But now I know that you really need to keep making videos in order to hone your skills. It was not an easy lesson to learn. I know I should have known better, but in that update video in May, said something about that I wanted to work on more long-form projects. I was really alluding that I wanted to make short films, but the problem was I don't have any ideas for short films yet. Not that I won't always be thinking about if I want to make some sort of short film, but At that time, I honestly did not have a single idea, yet I felt like that's what I wanted to do. And so I would recommend to not try to take anything on if you don't have any ideas. It's not like I'm completely removing myself from that idea. If I ever do get an idea, I'll be sure to try it out. And it didn't help that I was inexperienced and felt like I was unskilled, so if you're an overthinker like I am, that's just gonna happen. I think the moral of this video is don't overthink it. Everything, I keep going back to that, except for the watch a tutorial advice, because that was when I underthunk it. I had the best idea then because I thought I would learn as I would go along. That's what you're supposed to be doing, so maybe I was smarter when I first started. Is this continually making me dumber? So, unless you're really focused and patient and persistent and stable, don't try a big project when you're first starting out. Learn in pieces, maybe. It's not like it's worked for me yet, but I'm working on it. That's the point of this whole video. It's really advice to remind me, like maybe in a year if I'm in a bad place again, I can go back and watch this video and have my younger self, who's the smarter one since this is continually making me dumber, to tell myself, just keep with it, don't overthink it, stay motivated. Now, all that about this making me dumber is really a joke, if you hadn't guessed, because this has changed me. Not every change is necessarily good, like the anxiety and overthinking things. I've gone through a lot of personal development. A few of my outlooks on life have been honed. Things I was unsure about, now I'm just kind of like, I have an idea what my thought is on that. I'm not going to share my thoughts on those things right now. That'll probably be saved for a later video. I can't do everything at once. Especially if this is your first time creating content, making yourself a little vulnerable. It's going to have an effect on you. You're going to feel a little anxious maybe, unless you're a super extrovert, which I am not. Try to have fun. Maybe lighten up a little bit. I know, I was serious when this video started, and just in this filming session, started to get a little lighter, a little easier to talk, and I'm going completely off script, by the way. Yeah, I guess to those of you who are creating content, just have fun. Don't overthink it. Happy content creating. And see you later. Click on it. Yeah, they're clickable. Don't worry about it. Why is the camera still rolling? So when that motivation does come, you just need to those things, this path will destroy you.